Hey guys, welcome to our new YouTube channel Chemistry Tech. In our previous videos, we have learned about many things about chemistry, what is chemistry, types of chemistry and its many characteristics. But today in this video, I am going to tell you about what is electron and who discovered it. So if you are new on my channel, then please like and subscribe our channel Chemistry Tech and also press the bell icon so you can get all these type of videos on time. So let's start our video. So guys, there you can see that I have already reached on a website their discovery of electron during the 1880s and 90s. Scientists searched cathode rays for the carrier of the electrical properties in matter. Their work culminated in the discovery of by English physicist J.J. Thomson of the electron in 1897. The existence of the electron showed that the 200,000 years old consumption of the atom as a homogeneous particle was wrong, and that in fact the atom has a complex structure. Cathode ray studies began in 1854 when Heinrich Geissler, a glass blower and technical assist to German physicist Julius Plucker, improved a vacuum tube. Plucker discovered cathode rays in 1858 by sealing two electrodes inside the tube, evacuating the air and forcing electric current between the cathodes. He found a green glow on the wall of his glass tube and attributed it to rays emanating from the cathode. In 1869, with the butter vacuum, Plucker pupil John W. Hittorf saw a shadow cast by an object placed in front of the cathode. The shadow proved that the cathode rays originated from the cathode. English physicist and chemist William Crookes investigated the cathode rays in 1879 and found that they were bent by a magnetic field. The direction of deflection suggests that they were negatively charged particles, as the luminescence did not depend on what gas had been in the vacuum or what metal the electrodes were made of. Thus missed that the way were properly of the electrical current itself. As a result, Crookes' work cathode rays were widely studied and the tubes came to be called Crookes tube. Although Crookes believed that the particles were electrified charged particles, his work did not settle in the issue of whether cathode rays were particles of radiation similar to light. By the late 1880s, the controversy over the nature of cathode rays had divided the physics community into two camps. Most French and British physicists, influenced by Crookes, thought that cathode rays were electrically charged particles because they were affected by magnets. Most German physicists, on the other hand, believed that rays were waves because they travel in the straight line and were infected by gravity. A crucial test of the nature of the cathode rays was how they would be affected by electric fields. Heinrich Hertz, the aforementioned German physicist, reported that the cathode rays were not deflected when they passed between two positively charged plates in an 1892 experiment. In English, J.J. Thomson thought Hertz's vacuum might have been faulty and that residual gas might have reduced the effect of the electrical field on the cathode rays. Thomson repeated Heinrich's experiment with a better vacuum in 1897. He directed the cathode rays between two parallel aluminum plates to the end of the tube where they were observed as luminescence on the glasses. On the glass, when the top aluminum plate was negative, the rays moved down. When the upper plate was positive, the ray moves up. The deflection was proportional to the difference in potential between plates. With both magnetic and electric deflections observed, it was clear that cathode rays were negatively charged particles. Thomson's discovery established the particulate nature of electricity. According to he called his particles electrons. From the magnitude of electric and magnetic deflections, Thomson could calculate the ratio of mass to charge from the electrons. This ratio was known for atoms from electrochemical studies, measuring and comparing it with the number of an atom. He discovered that the mass of electron was very small, merely 1/1 1836, that of a hydrogen ion. When scientists realized that an electron was virtually 1,000 times lighter than the smallest atom, they understood how cathode rays could penetrate metal sheets and how electric current could flow through copper wires. In deriving the mass to charge ratio, Thomson had calculated electron's velocity. It was 1 over 10 the speed of light, thus amounting the roughly 30,000 km per second. Thomson emphasized that. So guys, I hope you like this video. If you want more this type of videos, then please like and subscribe our channel, and also press the bell icon so you can get all these type of videos on time.